What's going on, guys? Heart Pirates TCG here. I'm bringing you this video. I have finished top 4 in like almost every tournament I've been to with this deck. I think it's very strong. The list has changed a lot since I last made a deck profile on it when I got second, I believe. So I just want to go over that and explain why. So for pudding is your search for the deck. Standard, should always be playing 4. We're only playing 2 Sovereignty. Sovereignty is good as like a last minute, like last ditch effort to stay alive. I really don't think the trigger is that useful all the time, which is why I'm electing to play more of this card because I think it's just better overall, is 3 Thunderbolt. And it KOs a 5 cost or less, when triggered, and then, if you activate main, you have to trash a card from your life. But this card, whenever you play it on trigger, is fantastic into Law. It's decent into Zoro. I mean, you can't kill their Marco, but a lot of times you're just killing like low cost blockers or like attack threats, things like that. I just think this card is absolutely insane, and it like wins so many games late if you draw it. Like I've won multiple games by just hard drawing it and like finishing off their Marco or something like that. So those are the only events that we play. We'll move on to the 2Ks. Nothing standard or nothing changed here. It's all standard. Playing 4 Struzen, 4 Pudding, and then 4 Sanji. Nothing's changed from that. Easy. We're like all. It's very simple. Playing the Sanji is great to recycle cards out of your life that you don't really want in there, like a Katakuri or a Big Mom or something like that. We're playing the 4 standard blocker Brules. I cut the 2 cost card. I forgot what it's called, but we just don't need it anymore. Blockers are good, don't get me wrong, but there's just better uses for cards in the deck. So 4 Brule. In the mirror match, Brule is actually super important when you both have Big Mom on the field. Actually really makes the game, believe it or not. Then I wasn't playing Shirahoshi before, but now I am. I'm a big believer in Shirahoshi. Shirahoshi is so good because she can cycle out dead cards in your hand, especially against Zoro. Like if you're playing like 7 cost Big Mom into Zoro is like absolutely awful. Same with Katakuri most of the time. So like getting those out of your hand and like getting counters instead is absolutely huge. And honestly, like putting like 2 Dawn on it, now I can kill like a damn whatever it's called, the 1 cost Izo, and then it can also just swing directly into Makino as well. So really good card in my opinion. Now I was playing 3 of this Katakuri. Now I'm playing 1. I don't understand how people play the 4/6 vanillas instead of Katakuri, because yes, there are counters, but at the same time, like this looks at the top card of you or your opponent's life, and if you have less life, then it gains rush. So like it's great into aggro games, like you can get control back at the board, and it's a 6k that also lets you take a peek at your life, which is fantastic. And then worst case scenario, it is a 4/6 or a dead card that you can discard off of a trigger for your offensive triggers. So now we'll move on to the offensive triggers. So obviously 4 Parasparrow. Parasparrow's insane, really good. Then we're playing 4 Smoothie. I've seen people cut Smoothie. I don't understand how. Smoothie is just phenomenal. Like Smoothie is great into Whitebeard, which is no longer going to be a thing because it's going to be like nerfed into hell. But Smoothie won me my Nami matchup today, or at least helped win my Nami matchup today. Like it's just really good at closing out games, and great into like drawing your life if you really need to in a pinch. Cracker, in my opinion, so I played 2 mirror matches today, and this card was the most important one in both the mirror matches. Cracker control is actually so insane in the mirror match because like if you can keep them alive, like you really threaten if they play 10 drop Big Mom and they don't have a lot of cards in hand, like you can actually threaten lethal with a 2k with 1 Dawn essentially, because he's a double strike, and if they don't have a lot of cards in hand, which sometimes they don't in Big Mom, then you can threaten lethal, and that's actually what happened today. Cracker's insane. One of the most important cards of the deck. And then what people don't know is he's just like starter deck Zoro, where he can actually gain 1,000, and he gains 1,000 as long as he has a Dawn on him, and on your opponent's turn too, as long as they have more life. So they can't like Otama Marco it or Otama Vista. Then I cut one of them. I was playing 3 Linlin. I'm only playing 2 now. I think this is the perfect sweet spot. You never want to see too many because it's just a dead card sometimes, and I feel like I see it when I see it, and there's 2 different ways to search for it, and searching for it in life. So you don't really need to play more than that, in my opinion. Then we're playing double Katakuri. Katakuri is what is the second most important card in the mirror. So in my opinion, the 3 most important cards in the mirror are Tendra, Big Mom, and then Cracker, and then Katakuri. I think this card is just insane with the utility that it has to like put, you know, a Shirahoshi on top of your life, or a Brule or something like that, like just to be able to like avoid attacks. Like, it's actually phenomenal. So that's great. And then obviously the main card of the deck is for Big Mom, another card that I think might also get hit sometime in the future, possibly. It's just very good. A 2-life swing and a 12k on the field, it's just really good. The only things I would take out, honestly, guys, since we're moving into a new format, you know, with Whitebeard banned, the only things I would take out, in my opinion, would be possibly this Katakuri, and very possibly, this sounds weird, but I might take out 1 Shirahoshi and like 1 Thunderbolt to put in some Daifukus in the mirror match. Like, if yellow is one of the best decks in the format after this restriction list, I think Daifuku in the mirror match is absolutely insane, and then it just outweighs Katakuri in its value. But we'll have to see how that goes. I think the 2 worst matchups for this are obviously Zoro and Law, the ones that can just outspeed this. So right now there's not a lot of cards to combat just like outspeeding the deck. You know, maybe until next set. We're not entirely sure just yet. I haven't really done the research on set 4 yet. But yeah, those are your 2 worst matchups. So I anticipate this being the 3rd best deck in the game, behind Zoro, and then I think Law is the best deck in the game. If you guys play this list, let me know how you do. I'd love to hear your comments and see what you are playing, and you know, all that, and your thoughts on the new ban list. So catch you guys on the next one, and peace.